Hello, myself Devyani Nikam. I'm from third year electrical of Guru Gobind Singh Polytechnic Nashik. Today's my PPT presentation topic is LT circuit breakers. The contents are introduction of the circuit breaker, classification of the circuit breakers, and the types of LT type of circuit breakers. What is circuit breaker? A circuit breaker is an automatically operated electrical switch designed to protect an electrical circuit from damage, which is caused by excess current from the overload or short circuit. Its basic function is to interrupt the current flow after a fault is detected, unlike the fuse, which operates once and then must be replaced. A circuit breaker can be reset. It is a switching device that interrupts the abnormal or fault current. It is a mechanical device that disturbs the flow of high magnitude current and in addition performs the function of a switch. These are the images of circuit breakers. This diagram shows the different parts of a circuit breaker like switch lever, contact mechanism, metal contacts, terminals, bimetallic strip, calibration screws, solenoid and arc driver. Classification of circuit breakers. Circuit breakers are classified as HT type of circuit breakers and LT type of circuit breakers. HT means high tension and LT means low tension. In HT type of circuit breakers, oil circuit breaker, SF6 circuit breaker and vacuum circuit breakers. Again in oil circuit breakers, there are two classifications, bulk oil circuit breaker and minimum oil circuit breaker. In the bulk oil circuit breaker, plain brake oil circuit breaker and arc control oil circuit breaker. In the LT type of circuit breakers, there are four classifications such as air circuit breaker, miniature circuit breaker, molded case circuit breaker, and earth leakage circuit breaker. In the LT type of circuit breakers, the first type is miniature circuit breaker, that is MCB. An MCB or miniature circuit breaker is an electromagnetic device that embodies the complete enclosure in the molded insulating material. The main function of an MCB is to switch the circuit, that is, to open the circuit automatically when the current passing through it exceeds the value for which is it set. It can be manually switched on and off as similar to normal switch if necessary. Miniature circuit breakers perform the dual functions of a switch and fuse. They can open a circuit for safety or maintenance reasons simply by switching their toggle levers to the off position. As substitutes for the fuses, they provide automatic circuit protection and need not to be replaced after a dangerous overcurrent has passed or a short circuit has been corrected. These are the images of MCB. MCBs can be single pole, double pole or three pole also. In the first diagram, there is a cross section of MCB showing the different parts of MCB. First bimetallic strip, then arc splitter, moving contact, arc runner, fixed contact, trip coil, operating lever, operating mechanism, latch point and power terminals. Advantages of MCB. MCBs have more sensitive to the current than fuse. It has quick work against the short circuit. It works quickly on overloading and under voltage. Then some disadvantages of MCB. The cost of MCB is greater than the fuse and the cost of MCB distribution board is greater than the rewirable fuse board. Some applications of MCB. Miniature circuit breakers or MCBs are used in residential, commercial and industries, and they are also required in homes, offices, shops, distribution boards for protection of individual circuit and complete wiring system in that building through the main circuit. The second type of LT circuit breaker is molded case circuit breaker, that is MCCB. The molded case circuit breaker is a specific type of circuit breaker. Molded case circuit breaker, that is MCCB, are devices designed to open or close a circuit by non-automatic means and to open the circuit automatically on predetermined overcurrent without damage to itself when properly applied within its rating. Molded case circuit breakers are a type of electrical protection device that is commonly used when load currents exceeds the capabilities of miniature circuit breakers. These are the images of MCCB. The right one shows the different parts of MCCB like operating mechanism, molded case, terminal connections, trip bar, arc extinguishers, contacts, etc. The third type of LT circuit breaker is air circuit breaker, that is ACB. The working principle of air circuit breaker is rather different than other types of circuit breaker. The main aim of the circuit breaker is to prevent re-establishment of arcing after current zero, where the contact gap will withstand the system recovery voltage. It does the same work but in different manner. During the interruption of arc, it creates an arc voltage instead of supply voltage. Arc voltage is defined as the minimum voltage required for the maintaining arc. Air circuit breakers or LCBs is an electrical device used to provide overcurrent and short circuit protection for electrical circuits over 800 amperes or 10,000 amperes. These are the images of ACB. The second image is showing the different parts of ACB, such as operating handle, operating mechanism, prop latch, insulator, arcing contacts, terminal stud, main line contacts, tripper bar, series strip coil, frame, electrical solenoid, etc. The advantages of ACB are: ACB doesn't have any oil inside for any operation. There is no chance of fire hazard caused by oil, and the duration of arc is same for all values of small and high current interruptions. Disadvantages of ACB: the air supplier plant requires additional maintenance. It contains high capacity air compressor. There is a chance of air pressure leakage from the air pipes junction. There is a chance of high rate rise of restriking voltage and current chopping. The air has relatively slower arc extinguishing properties. Then some applications of air circuit breakers. It is used for protection of plants. It is used for common protection of electrical machines. It is used for protection of transformers, capacitors and generators. Air circuit breaker is also used in electricity sharing system and NGD about 10,000 volts. It is also used in low as well as high voltage current applications. Earth leakage circuit breaker or ELCB, which is the fourth type of LT circuit breaker. An earth leakage circuit breaker or ELCB is a safety device used in electrical installations with high earth impedance to prevent the shock. It detects small stray voltages on the metal enclosures of the electrical equipment and interrupts the circuit if a danger voltage is detected. The main purpose of earth leakage circuit breaker or ELCB is to stop damage to humans and animals due to the electric shock. An ELCB is a specific type of latching relay that has a structure's incoming mains power associated through its switching contacts so that the circuit breaker detaches the power in an unsafe condition. This is the image of ELCB. ELCB includes test switches, trip coil, surge coil, and toroidal iron core. Some advantages of ELCB: this device is not sensitive to the faults. It is cheap and efficient. It protects the animals and humans from the electric shock. Some disadvantages of ELCB: failure to respond at certain conditions. ELCB needs a sound earth connection for the load protection. Electrical appliances like water heater, washing machine and coolers may cause CKL to trip. Thank you.